Detroit. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Detroit Lions taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Toronto Thunderbirds.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, it should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Runner-up during his college days, it's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
His way up past the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
To number 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. Look at the nice job they did getting to him quickly and moving into a short game.
And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run through it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That's good.
11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not much there, only a yard. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone. So
wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Second down, here's Hurts. Scores now, it's caught. Touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for pace. for 6 points.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Thunderbirds.
Running with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And goal at
a really good pickup of 28 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his run. Kick him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
A yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
That's caught. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw it back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Defense will get their hands on it. He's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
He's taken down right at the 20.
By number 31.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they're trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 15-yard line. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped it short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage.
And it's caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out to the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there on the line, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Gonna give this time to Tomlin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely no way to run there.
A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to him.
He's across.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Middle complete. It's Wheeler. Touchdown, Detroit! His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. So when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take it into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When his club played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Out of bounds at the
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Looking for the corner, and he's got him. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. A very solid gain of 27.
And a
Well, that certainly has to feel good.
down.
It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
That catch good for only a couple.
Pass complete to Alvin Kamara.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. John Ross, 26 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something is...
Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Hurts to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he sheds himself free. And to get this one across the 35. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to get this one down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that line you love? What's that line? 4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Alvin Kamara,
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Number
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Brought down.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And you know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Intended for DJ.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over.
19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sacked.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hurts. Tried to look elsewhere and find an open target. The coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Loss on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action with Haskins. Open down, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Kamara. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 29. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Us out past the 20 to the 24.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd down.
And to give this to Taylor. He's going to run right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Haskins on 3rd down. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Haskins pass.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
The Toronto.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 2nd down.
Up 2nd and 10.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the
The ball carrier.
And I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. They practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll throw on first down. Pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Throwing is Hurts.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, you're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a turnover. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Remember the time work on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On third and goal, Haskins. Flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Hurts will throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
No good.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The run on first first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down and establishing itself.
This is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now it's Haskins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with Haskins. That's complete to his receiver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7.